handle the truth.
Hey, good afternoon. Good evening. I've been out all day. Good evening. Welcome to Truth is the New Minority. I'm Calvin. That's Don. We started this show to keep people informed that may not be in contact with news or anything that's maybe more YouTube-based or TikTok-based or anything. Our thing is to, especially since the election of Donald Trump, this is serious. I watch the Super Bowl, I watch the NBA playoffs, I watch college football, I watch college baseball, but nothing is more important than our democracy.
Facts.
We're black. So our democracy is serious. We need to keep our democracy going.
Wait. You black?
Yeah, I'm black.
Oh, that's truth, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Facts.
And
guess what the other ones are? Becoming a minority.
Facts.
And they're scared. Well, with that being said, we're not here to shove information down anybody's throat. If you want to hear it, you hear it. If you don't, you don't. But we're going to give it to you from our perspective and our views of how everything is progressing in the world today. So, DEI.
All right, so let's talk about the truth behind DEI. Because there's a lot of falsities that's going on right now. And we are basically living in an era where what's being said and what the actuality is two totally different things. So, DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. For some reason, everybody in the United States has equated this to being black. That means that, people are getting passed up for jobs because they're black. That's not the case. That's so far from the truth. But today we're gonna give you all the truth. So let's talk a little bit about what DEI is and where it started. So DEI is basically not giving the job to somebody because of their race, their gender, their religion. It was more so about just evening the playing field. So if somebody's black, they still get invited to the table so that they can at least have an interview. If she's a woman, she can still get invited to the table and have an interview. LGBTQIA, same thing. You get invited to the table, at least you still get an interview. There was a time when if you put in your application and they thought that you were black or you were a woman, or if you showed up at an interview and you was LGBTQIA, they would totally dismiss you automatically outright. DEI just gives everybody an even playing field. So I'm going to let you, before I get into these percentages, like being somebody from the field that you're in, how have you seen DEI basically benefit the field that you're in?
To me, from my point of view, I call it like this. I'm gonna call it a spade a spade. We have two type of people when looking at a job or anything, and it's crazy because I'm gonna say it like this. I mean, people, it ain't even black and white. When you go into some position, it's the safe black you. And it's the black you that's not going to stand for the bull crap.
Right.
You feel the one that fits in the box. He checks all the boxes. He ain't going to do this. He's not going to question anything I do. He's just going to go out there and just going to do what I do. Then you got the black. You're just going to stand up for yourself when it looks crazy. Like, ho. How this dude over here can do this and I can't do it. Or how you punish me different than you understand. Put it like this: DEI is what Martin and Mandela
have always been fighting for. Equality. That's all it means. It means equal across the board.
Whether colors, race, or anything. That's all it means. Give me a shot. No different than the
NFL with the Rooney Rule. I mean, people get this thing all blown out of proportion. And they think black people are benefiting from it more. But the numbers say otherwise, right?
They never talk about everybody else who's benefiting from it. They just keep focusing on blacks are benefiting from this, so we need to stop it. Gays are benefiting from this, so we need to stop it. But here's the truth behind it, and I got stats for y'all. I got percentages. So the biggest benefactor of DEI, which everybody thinks is black people,
It ain't.
it's not. It's not. We're so far. That's so far from the truth. So 76.5 whites benefit from DEI. The mass majority of that is white women. Because it was a time when white women didn't get the respect in the workplace the same as blacks and Hispanics. They didn't get the respect in the workplace. So they put DEI in place so that the white women could start getting those promotions and start moving up the ladder. All right, so let's move on. 18.8% of the benefactors of DEI is Hispanics or Latinos, followed by 12.8% being black, and then the remaining 6.9% is Asians. All right, so I'm gonna dig a little bit deep into that. When you go on the list of everybody who benefit from DEI, Asians, of course, are below us. But before you get to Hispanics, LGBTQIA is above Hispanics. The disabled is above Hispanics.
Right.
Because and the crazy thing, I was at the store the other day, and the young man who was ringing us up at the store was mentally disabled. He was a little
challenged.
He was challenged. And when me and my wife got the store, the first thing I said to her was, removing DEI will help him lose his job. Right now, he's able to make a living, support himself. Even if he's still living at home with his parents, he's still making his own money. He can support himself.
More than that, he gets to be a productive member of society.
Exactly.
He gets to live his life as normal as possible. You know what I'm saying? And the problem is, people they work. I mean, they want people to get these jobs and the jobs that they can have, because some of these jobs we as how can I say? I don't want to say regular, but people that don't have any disabilities. We want other jobs. You know what I'm saying? Them the jobs, the bagging clerks not at the market. You might see somebody with disability, and they're doing it. They love their job, and guess what? It makes them feel good. Why shouldn't everybody have a chance to feel good about themselves and be productive in society? No matter your color, your race, your creed, your sex, your origin, or whatever. Guess what? Smart is smart, whether you're black, white, green, yellow, or purple.
Exactly.
If you get it, you went in there and took it, and you get it. And it's almost like now we're looking on a lot of job applications. Now it's optional to get your race.
Yeah. And that's DEI.
That's DEI.
A lot of places it's optional to give your agenda. That's DEI. I happen to work for a company that is really strong in DEI because it's not a U.S.-based company. So they're really heavy into DEI. Everybody gets to be themselves. I work side by side with the transgender with pretty much across the LGBTQIA board. And I like it because everybody gets to be who they are.
And
I mean, in this new, my perspective, this Trump administration, one, I'm gonna say it because it's how I feel. Elon Musk is about the power. It ain't the money. It's the power. It's power Trump's want. There's nothing in the world that's going to tell me that the whole Republican Party hasn't been paid off. Because when you can sit in there and they have a meeting, and you ask anyone at the meeting, whether it's a Democrat, ask Republican, or they interview anybody, and they ask, did Russia invade the Ukraine? And they'll go off on a half-cocked nonsense. Well, behind this, I can't really say because that's the answer we got to ask behind these doors over here. And I don't want to go against anything of the administration. But you can Google it. And it says Russia invaded Ukraine.
So here's the crazy thing. It's not that they were paid off. And I wish it was that simple. But what Elon Musk said, if you go against Trump, then the person who's going against you in your primaries, I'll pay the money to help boost them up in the primaries. So they're being threatened by money. And they're sitting there going, yo, I don't want his money to go against me. I'd rather his money go for me.
So let me say this. So we know this. We know this because it's our opinion. We've talked about this. He bought Trump.
Yeah, he bought Trump the presidency. He bought him the presidency.
Now let me ask you a question. That DEI, and when Trump signed like 130 executive orders to first day in office or whatever, the violations that to me that should be investigated. They go on Elon Musk foot not all that money because guess what? If you got a billionaire behind you running for president, and you got your party coming behind you for president, there's somewhere in there it's violence, a bunch of them, but nobody wants to go look for them.
So what happened was they did look for them. During the election, they looked for them. Went straight to the Supreme Court. What everybody don't realize is when you vote for a president, you also speak to how the Supreme Court is going to be set. So when everybody voted for Trump over Clinton, or when everybody chose not to vote because it was only Trump and Clinton,
it messed it up.
Trump was able to basically pad the Supreme Court. Now it's like, I think it's 6-3, if I'm not mistaken, conservatives. So when it went to the Supreme Court, they said, no, what Elon Musk is doing is fine. He's not breaking any laws. So, he actually had a lottery. If you were willing to support Trump in the battleground states, he would put your name into a lottery and you could win $20,000.
Yes, I know about all that. I know about all that.
This is truths. Like these are the truths that you're not looking at. When Kamala was sitting there and she was running for office, and everybody was sitting there thinking, nah, she's a prosecutor. She did her job. You know what I'm saying? Like she got paid to do her job. A prosecutor's job is to prosecute.
And if you go back to the case that everybody says she was putting all the people there, she's also the one that reversed a lot of this stuff and put things in position to change a lot of it. So what you have is, and to me, is this. I think there's a whole lot of people that didn't want a woman president.
They didn't.
Women, because there's a whole lot of bigotry. Women belong in the kitchen. Women I said, but how soon we forget that the women ran households while the husband was at work.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, all we had to do was go to work, go out, make the money, do whatever our job was. They got to raise the kids, make sure the kids go to school, make sure this, that, and the third. Because guess what? We out here making the bread. That's real crazy because if she can run a household, she can dance, she can run a business, she can run this country.
Big facts.
You feel what I'm saying? They don't realize, I don't think people realize how many power women that run around here. I don't think they realize it.
If the United States would finally just buckle down and allow a woman, not even allow, put a woman in the place of leading this country, I can almost guarantee things will turn around almost instantly.
So I'll say this, and speaking of turning around, and things going on, because this is what our show is about. We talk about truth, maybe a variation of truth, but never the truth. We gave you the DEI, so y'all should understand what that is. Y'all should understand DEI is Martin, Malcolm, Huey, Mandela. That's all DEI. That's all that is.
All they wanted was everybody across the board, even playing field. That's it.
So when we go into this, and I'm telling you, how many people know what a tariff is?
Oh my God, we can talk about truth behind tariffs. You want to do that?
Jump in there.
Okay, so a lot of people don't know what a tariff is. They think that if somebody imposes a tariff, that the other country that the tariff is imposed on has to pay. It's not a tariff, that's a sanction. So a tariff is any goods coming in to this country from any of those countries that have tariffs on them. The people who ordered it have to pay more to get it in here. It's supposed to slow down the flow of goods from that country and get people in this country to start manufacturing goods. I just want to know how many of y'all are willing to get back on the manufacturing line as opposed to being in the office? Not me.
I'm going to say it to you like this. The rich don't have a problem. That's the top third. They don't have a problem with the tariff. But you working your 9 to 5, pulling down, let's say 60, 70 grand a year. You go out to buy the Honda. I'm going to just go with the Honda Accord, which now probably topped out about 35, fully equipped, which is a good price. Don't get it wrong. Slap 15 grand on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because now to bring them into the country, granted Honda and Toyota have plants here. You want to upcharge your car 15 grand that you could have bought for 33? Oh, that Mercedes. Ooh. You want the parts. And that might have been your dream car because your top salary now is 105. Now I can get that Mercedes. Now that $70,000 Mercedes is $100,000 Mercedes. And I'm not talking about the S-Class. I'm talking about the E.
You want to hear something crazy? So, and once again, true. Everybody thought that the tariff on Canada, tariff on Mexico, tariff on China was just going to affect Chinese cars made in Mexico, cars made in Canada. The Ford F-150, the top of the line Ford F-150, was $80,000. When they put the tariff on Canada, that car instantly jumped to $100,000. That truck instantly dropped to $100,000. I'll tell you why. Because every vehicle, the parts cross the border multiple times. Every time that part crosses the border again, it's a tariff. So if it goes to Canada if the engine goes to Canada to get the camshaft put on, and then they send it back to Ford so they can finish building the engine, automatic tariff on that.
Right.
So it's not just vehicles that are made by companies that are outside the U.S. These tariffs are hitting U.S. companies. And if you don't believe me, it's true. We speak facts. So that means anything can be researched.
So
look at Ford stock right now. Look at Toyota stock right now. Look at GM stock right now. All of them taxed because the vehicle parts have to cross the border so many times before the vehicle actually gets built. So look at this stock. I'm not feeding you no nonsense. Look at the stock market. Ford, Toyota, Honda, GM, Subaru. All their stocks is dropping because they can't sell vehicles anymore because the vehicles have to be uppriced so much.
And you want to hear something crazy? The car is one thing. That's a luxury.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? That's
For
a
some.
For some.
some.
You know, all of us can't afford cars, but you get out there and you get your job done. You do your thing every day. It is what it is. But when I tell you, the pharmaceutical business, and I'm a diabetic, I need my meds. I have a good job. I have good benefits. But nevertheless, it's going to cost me more too because they're going to trickle it down to us.
Yeah.
So, active pharmaceutical ingredients. These are the ingredients most important components of any pharmaceutical manufacturing supply chain. U.S. gets 30% of its supply from China, meaning that these tariffs may also limit availability of U.S. drug manufacturers to produce critical drugs here in the U.S. China is also the source of many medical devices. Some of these devices are single-use devices designed to protect the patient from infections, such as single-use blood pressure cuffs. Ain't that crazy? Stethoscope, sterile drapes, other small business. Come on, man. Anesthesia instruments, needles, syringes, pulse oximeters, oximeters, blood pressure cuffs. That's serious. We talking real here. They're talking about your grandmother, your mother, maybe even you. Things they need to survive. That's CVS, that's Rite Aid, that's Walgreens, that's whatever. But nobody, we paying attention to basketball, football, LeBron and Steven ain't beefing. That's of no concern to me. What's concern to me is how my daily life is going to continue to change or evolve. Is it going to be for better or for worse? And how we're going to adjust to it. Because now, I have a decent job. Don't get me wrong, but money is money. Right. You make more than me. I'm not a millionaire. I'm never going to be a millionaire. Probably ever, unless I hit lotto. But we need to pay attention to the things that are important. I'm not saying worry about it every day, but you need to keep your pulse on, like, what do you have if you don't stand up for anything? We got to change it together. I can't. We're here to put out information so you can get it. And feel free to, if you have a question or you find a fact, but the facts are in front of you. You have a phone. This is not 1980, late 19, early 1990, where we had encyclopedias. Information that's famous.
And all you got to do is research it. Anytime you see anything, I don't care if it's our show, CNN, MSNBC, if you see it on Fox, definitely research it because they don't got truths at all.
Or X.
Or X. If you see it, research it for yourself. Stop letting information hide from you inside the books. The information is right there for you. We are so prone to just, we see something on social media, we call it truth, and we tell our friends, and our friends tell somebody else, and now it's being spread as if it's truth, and the whole time it wasn't. Take a moment before you tell somebody else and research yourself. All the information is out there for you. Just do the research.
Yeah, so with that being said, let's talk about Senate races next year.
Oh, yeah. All right, so I want everybody, no matter what state you are viewing this show from, right? Look and see what Senate seats are up for re-election in 2026.
Brief pause. Note the 10 Democratic seats that voted dissension. Al Green.
Let's get them out in primaries.
Let's get them out. It was 10, and he was the only one standing up that wanted dissension. They got to go. That's facts. They have to go. If you make hands like this, you can't win nothing. But with a hand like this, you can strike a mighty blow. So we all got to be together.
You have to look and see who's going to. So first, let's start with the Democratic primaries, right? when the primaries come up, first of all, the black community, if you're under a certain age, you're not notorious for even voting in the primaries. Take the time, primary some of these people out, and then when the general election comes, make sure that you vote in that midterm election. The most important midterm election in our history is coming up next year. We have to get in there. We have to get some of these Republicans out of their seat. If we can get the Democrats to get the majority, then what we can do after that is the Democrats can go ahead and impeach Trump for the third and final time. But if we don't get the House and the Senate, it'll never happen.
And we can put a break to some of these things he's doing because he's definitely destroying this country. Some of y'all look at it like Doge is doing this, and the problem is when they say about Doge, there's no factual paperwork to prove anything they've done. All they've increased is unemployment. That's all they increase is unemployment.
You know, they shut down 10 agencies that saved the taxpayers nothing.
So I think the number was like 0.6% of the people when they let them off. That's how much salary. Like they said, the money is in the Department of Defense. It's not in the buildings over there. And for people to say the United States has been in the job of aid to other countries since the United States was born. Since we came. We've given aid to Africa, India, all those underprivileged countries, so do other countries. And y'all, people quick to say this, and I hate to say this, and I have a different perspective because of my job. And they say, well, we got homeless people here. I said, the problem with most people, they don't really understand that most homeless people, I'm sorry to say it, they want to be homeless. Now, those that lost their house or they lost their job, that's the difference. They're not the ones we're seeing every day. I can tell you from first-hand experience, I thought the same way, but I realized that some people, it's either through the mental or they don't want responsibility.
Right.
There's different types of homeless people out here. The mental ones, I know ones that their family bring them down their money every first of the month, make sure they're good because they don't want the responsibility of living in the house. I know addicts. They work to get high. They don't steal, they don't rob, but when they go to work, their money is to get high or to do whatever. They live in tents. Everybody that's homeless is not a bad person. Far from it. Some of them are well educated, some of them went through things in life, but nobody, the mental part of it, they can't handle. So I get it. I get what you're saying. But guess what? The disease goes all over the world. It don't say if it happens in Mexico, it's coming to the United States. So we got to protect. If you stop it there, it doesn't come here.
That's right.
So let's keep the. We got enough here. What you gonna close your borders? Ask Nebraska. They feeling the burn right now. I'm quite sure the orange countries down there, when ICE went down there and did whatever they did, they messed up the whole economy.
Yeah.
Housing industry is going to tighten up.
It's going to tighten up for a couple of reasons. For one, the people who was building these houses, most of them was immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, you put the tariffs in there, right? Okay. So now we get most of our lumber from Canada. How the heck are you going to build a house without lumber?
Wow. It's fair trade. It's like no different than going to the flea market. Everybody's bartering.
Yeah.
What you got? Let's keep this deal going. The deal is good. Under Biden, whether y'all know it or not, our economy was good.
It's not no more. Check the stock market. Everybody who watches the show, take a moment. Check the S&P, check NASDAQ, check the Dow Jones. Check those three. All of them are tanking right now. Yesterday we had one of the biggest loss in the stock market since 2008. Watch the stock market.
I wish people would stop when you vote for a president. Nobody's going to like a president.
Now, we came to the Reagan era, the Bush era, the Carter era. I wasn't around Nixon, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Before my time.
but guess what? They made some good things happen. You know what I'm saying? And everybody does. Everybody wants to say, and I don't know why, but we get this thing about people that if he ain't doing what I need him to do, he's not a good president.
And that's what Obama.
Obama. They said, what did he do for black people? I hate that. You know why I hate it? Because he's not the president of black people. He's the president of all people. And guess what? I ask him all the time, I say, hey, what did the black people do for black people? Right. You know what I'm saying? What did you do?
When
What
Obama,
did you do? A shiftless motherfucker hanging on the corner? He ain't got nothing to do with you. You are out here making your own ways. He's studying for the people that want to do right, do you, and you got narrow-minded people that don't want to let people be. If you want to be gay, be gay. Whatever you want to do it. It's the land of the free.
and when Obama took office, right? First of all, he ran his 2 terms, so he did something right. The majority of the United States said this black man is doing something good for us.
Right. What was the biggest thing he gave us? And everybody, it ain't us on it. Who is it? What was the biggest thing he gave us?
What's that?
Obamacare. And that ain't even Obamacare. It's called
The Affordable Care Act.
Affordable Care. It ain't all a whole bunch of us on it. You feel me?
When they tried to get rid of that shit, and they got shut down because white people was like, "Whoa, wait a minute, I'm on Obamacare. Wait,
It ain't Obamacare. They gave it the name.
it's the Affordable Care Act." But if you ask them, and they had newscasters go out and ask them, "So how do you feel about Obamacare?" And it was like, "Well, I don't like Obamacare." Told them white people,
Right.
and then it was like, "So how do you feel about the Affordable Care Act?" "Oh, that's helping us out."
And that's Obamacare.
That's Obamacare.
Forget it.
And that's the problem when you don't look for the truth. You get slapped by a whole lot of nonsense.
Man.
Obama had a choice when he took office. He could have either been a black president or a president that just happened to be black.
Right.
He chose to be a president that just happened to be black, so that's left the door open for the next black president.
Right.
If Obama would have went in there and was like, "Yo, I give all black people reparations," and this, first of all, y'all would have fucked up the money anyway.
And
Let's be honest.
Yeah, he said, and the club free every Friday for all black people. Any club, ain't no black people gotta pay on Friday to go to the club.
Right, go to the club on Friday for
We
free.
good, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all would
And
have been like,
gets to
"Oh,
every
Obama
black
hooked
fan,
us up."
every black fan get escalated.
Yeah.
But let's be clear. Obama, well-spoken, articulate, wife, well-spoken, articulate, a true shining example of what a president should and was. Well, we got here. Trump is a showman. You think this is a TV show? I don't like you. Throw some charges on him.
Right.
I don't like you. Fire him. I don't like you. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. I'm under investigation. File all the investigators.
Yep.
Sound like a dictator to you?
Sounds just like Putin.
Sound like?
Sounds just like Putin.
We're not here for that, man. We're not here. No, none of these, nobody should be subject to none of that. Nobody. We should be subject to a president that's even keeled, listens to his cabinet, gets advice, good advice from other people or previous presidents or whatever. We should be ready to go to war with Ukraine, Russia, China, Canada. Who cares about the name of the Gulf of Mexico?
It's still the Gulf of Mexico to me. I don't give a fuck.
How you gonna take Greenland or make Canada 50? How long they been independent since 18something?
And they was never dependent on us. They became independent from Britain.
They're their own entity. Yet people suck this up like, yeah, we can stand on our own. No, everybody shares resources.
Here's the crazy thing, right? If and it'll never happen. So this is not about truth. This is about hypotheticals. If Canada was to become the 51st state, there would never be another Republican president because most of Canada are liberals.
Facts. Think about this. Here's the crazy thing. What if the United States allowed states to see the United States enjoying Canada? Think about that.
The whole North would disappear. Disappear.
I like everything Chicago and up is now Canada.
Let me tell you, Canada got universal health care. You don't pay for health care in Canada. Sign me the fuck up. Because my insurance rates is high.
I'm a big fan that I don't care if you make $5.25 now or $8.25 now. Healthcare should be there for you.
Yeah.
Because guess what? If you go to work every day, you deserve healthcare.
Absolutely. That should be a right.
You get your driver's license, you got a right to vote, you know what I'm saying? And everything.
You got the right to bear arms.
You got the right to be on, but you don't have
the right to be free health care.
I think that should be right there.
Right there.
Right there.
So
if we're healthy, then we don't have to worry about 2019, 2020 again.
So you know why they don't want universal health care?
Because it takes the money out of the pockets of the pharmacies and all that. It's all baseball wax. We know that.
Facts. It's so much easier for somebody to get ill and pay over time for medication than for somebody to stay well. And we gonna talk about the truth behind men's health in another show. We definitely gonna, because we don't take good care of ourselves. But we gonna talk about that. Stop playing with your health. That's future shows. That's future show business.
But what we got right here, dealing with right now, every time you wake up, there's something going on.
Yep.
There's something different that changed. He wants to, now, if you sue the government because of something he did, he wants to put a fine on it. So if you got an agency, if we got money, let's say if we the first and first, and we sue you and we get it, they want to impose a fine on you. If we lose, we get fined.
Right.
So he wants to take money out of our pocket for our legal right because you're doing wrong. He knows he's doing wrong. He don't care. None of them up there care. Now, Hexpath, Cash Patel, Trump, Elon, none of them. We had the most unqualified government out there
Ever.
You got a YouTuber that's in charge. Wait a minute.
The head of the daughter of WWE.
Well,
is now running the damn. His wife. His wife is running the damn education department. Come on now.
Make it make sense. That's like you being a doctor and working on your car. It doesn't make sense. Nobody's qualified in that government. And then you want to let your man sell citizenship for $5 million.
$5 billion to become a citizen. Come on now.
$5 million. They'll make a lot of money. They'll bring us. Man, shut up.
Let me tell you. Until we wake the fuck up, that's why they don't want you to be woke. That's why they got a problem with woke.
Woke is not getting scammed. That's what it means. I'm not going to be scammed. I'm going to do whatever, you know? So it's just.
Wake up.
Wake up. I mean, it's like Spike Lee movie when he yelled at the end, wake up. Y'all need to wake up. Y'all need to understand. It's not just me and him. There's probably a zillion other people that feel the same way. Black, green, yellow, and purple.
It's not about black and white. And until we realize it's not about black and white, we are going to be stuck in this black and white thing. It's economic levels to this thing. It's that lower class, that middle class, upper middle class, hard stop. Then you got the rich folk. What the rich folk do is they put our middle class, our upper middle class, and our low class or poor against each other. and they get us to fight amongst each other.
Exactly.
And we miss everything that they're doing.
And I told him, I said, I think I saw a TikTok and it said the Trumpers are. They said, why do y'all that didn't vote for Trump so hard on us? I was like, I'm hard on black people that voted for Trump because they saw it coming.
Mm-hmm.
And you voted for him, you riding with him. I said, you can't. He said it. He played in our face, for real. I'm going to sell tennis because black people love tennis.
Mm-hmm.
And then we know Fat Joe bought a pair because they're going to be a collector. No, you should have never bought them. That's not a collector's item.
That's a disgrace.
That's a disgrace. You should have never. You supported Trump when you bought the tennis. How do you even get? I mean, he played now for. He does not like black people. It is what it is. We know it. He trying to erase black people altogether. When he came down at this speech down the stairs, he talked to the chief magistrate or whatever he was that pardoned him, and he gonna tap him on the back. Yeah, I feel I'm good. Yeah, thanks for looking at me. Like, oh, what the?
Yeah.
So, but the black dude standing next to him didn't even look through him.
Right past.
Look through him. He don't need this. It's like the spook who came to dinner.
Like we gonna talk more about politics. We gonna give politics as much as we can.
All right, what you want?
Next show, let's lighten it up a little bit.
All right, let's go. What you want to do?
Let's
talk about the NFL free agency. Want to talk about LeBron standing up for Bronny with Stephen A. Smith?
I like that one because Stephen A. Smith, he's a clown. Let's talk about the truth behind Stephen A. Smith. But tune in, stay with us, rock with us. If you watch the show live, make sure that you hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. So as soon as we go live, you'll be notified. If you're watching the show later on, please do the same. It costs you nothing to hit that like and subscribe. All it does is it help us become a part of the algorithm. So rock with us. Pay attention.
Let's see if we got an echo.
And look for the truth. Yeah, I fixed it. I turned my mic off.
All right.
Look for the truth. We're gonna bring as much of it to you as possible, but look to the truth.
Hopefully we come up with better and better. And if you want to send some topics into us, hit us up. We'll research. If you can't do the research, we'll do the research. Because we want everybody to have factual content. We don't want anybody being misled about anything. And because my pet peeve is people not speaking facts or looking up the truth. That's me.
Yes.
I do it to kids all the time. They ask me a question, look it up, because once you look it up, you'll never forget it.
That's right. Once you find the truth for yourself, you don't have to worry about it. So we see y'all next Monday. Next Monday. Wednesday's my other show. My bad. We see y'all next Monday.
Don't forget to check us out on the L Spot. We'll be up tomorrow where we have fun, and we talk about different topics. Everything over here we do the hard topics. Over there we do the fun.
And then on Wednesday, Love, Sex, and Society, we talk about relationship type stuff and sex type stuff, and
keep it
a little
fun.
Bit of society.
Lighten it up.
Keep it a little more light.
Right.
But this show right here, we're gonna bring y'all the truth. Until next Monday, people, be easy.